Welcome to the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show here in Las Vegas. How's everyone doing tonight? All right, so we're in season 3, and I'm calling this Heavy Metal Madness. And this will be episode number 22. And the show is moving from monthly to weekly during season 3 in Heavy Metal Madness. So put on your heavy metal jackets and brace yourself for 9 more explosive episodes on the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show during Heavy Metal Madness. Tonight, I'm bringing you one of Bay Area's premier heavy metal bands, Project Mayhem AD, who seamlessly combines high-energy performances with captivating visuals, employing UV stage lighting and makeup for a mesmerizing stage atmosphere. Their dynamic shows push their creative boundaries, making them a standout act in the local music scene. So get ready for Project Mayhem AD. We're going to bring them out right now and meet the entire band. Let's bring them in. We have Project Mayhem out of the Bay Area. How are you guys doing out there?
Hey.
What's up?
Awesome. I got you all together, and you guys look awesome. And Todd, I want to start off with you because I'm going to kind of go through each one of you to see where you guys came from and how you got started in Project Mayhem. And let me bring you full screen real quick. So Todd, tell me more about how did you get in the band? How did you hear about these guys? Who are the original members? Who are the founding members? Just kind of give me an idea so I know, what's going on.
Well, so I guess the founding member would be Larry.
Hatchetman?
Hatchetman
Larry.
Is the original.
Okay.
So our guitar player, Duane, he books for a venue that's in our town called Toots Tavern.
Okay.
So my old band played there. I played bass and I was singing. And then me and him became to talking of how, he just was like, yeah, my band's looking for a singer. And I said, okay, well, give me, I'm interested. I played with Duane's old band with my old band.
Right.
And so I said, yeah, I'm interested. Send me the tracks, man. And, next thing I know, he sends me 9 tracks. A few days later, I called him going, dude, I got all 9 songs done. I can come to practice and jam them. And he's like, no. And Ruby was healing because she used to wrestle. Ruby's a wrestler.
Nice.
Like WWE, like crazy.
Damn. Okay, Ruby. Gotcha.
So
that's awesome.
So she had hurt her shoulder,
right,
which actually gave me a couple more weeks to fine tune everything, but it was still, I had the 9 songs done.
Right.
Came in and jammed with them. And then, I just kept bugging them, and I was very persistent about it. And then next thing I know, they, offered me the position.
So Todd, you're the lead singer in the band, correct?
Correct.
That's awesome. So how many years have you been with Project Mayhem?
You probably won't believe it, but it's only been a year. I've only been singing with them a year.
Wow. You guys look really seasoned when I watched your video. I thought maybe you guys had been together for years. That's pretty awesome. So how long have you been singing? How'd you get started in music? Let's go way back to your childhood. Were you always into heavy metal?
Yes, I was, because my dad had a practice room, a metal band right next to my bedroom.
Was it heavy metal?
It was heavy metal.
Nice.
Yeah. And so, him being a musician, he went to the Boston Berkeley School of Music, has his degrees. So I was around a lot of music when I was younger. I had a band and, I played trumpet and stuff like that. Stand-up drums, marching band, all that.
Do you play an instrument as well?
I play bass. Yeah.
You play bass. Do you play in the band, bass guitar, or no?
No.
So you're primarily the lead singer?
Correct.
Okay. And we're going to come back to you real quick. I'm going to shoot over to Hatchetman, Larry over there. I see him kind of hanging out. Hatchetman, tell me a little bit more about how you got started in Project Mayhem.
Well, check it out. This is what's up. Ruby is one of the founding members of this band. And me, Duane, and Ruby used to jam together in a band called Project Mayhem. His name is Robert Paulson. And when that band came to an end, we tried to keep on going. And we were shuffling around the name Project Mayhem.
Right.
And me and Ruby talked to Duane, got
Okay.
Duane on board. We started doing some jamming, working on some riffs, putting some riffs together.
Okay.
And we started going through the search for singers. And
Right.
Duane brought in Todd, and Todd brought straight magic. And then Duane brought in Colin, and Colin brought straight magic. And the minute they showed up, just like a kid going to the circus, man, when you seen that hat come out and pulled out the rabbit, you know, the magic happened. And
I think of Tom Petty
our
when you said
first
that.
video is actually from our first show. And like Todd had mentioned, we're just starting out. We're a little over a year together.
Okay. Well, is
The
this the
demo
original
isn't even
band?
out for a
Am I
year.
looking at the original band right here? Is this the originals?
This is the original band.
Okay,
This
so
is
there's no
the
other
lineup,
members. Got it.
and this is it.
Which is
And it's
rare
gonna
for
be
me to do an interview with someone and have the original band and it's still the original band. It's
Yeah.
very rare. Good. I'm gonna shoot over to Colin real quick. Colin, how you doing over there?
Hey, how's it going? Doing great.
Hey, I want to thank you guys all first for showing up tonight. I know I have busy schedules, so I really appreciate your time, and I do respect your time on the show here. So thank you for showing up.
Hey, we appreciate you doing it,
Thanks
man.
for
You're
having us.
awesome.
Absolutely, Colin. When you first got in this band, well, first of all, let's go back to your personal career as a musician. When did you start and playing going back to your childhood? What got you? What kind of music were you into? And has it always been heavy metal?
Yeah, so my first instrument was actually the flute
You
back in
played the
fourth
flute.
grade.
I would have never
Yeah, I
guessed.
was absolutely terrible at it. I don't know why I was playing it. I don't know who the hell handed it to me, but I stuck with it to about seventh grade, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Well, there's nothing wrong with, the flute is an awesome instrument, Jethro Tull,
I
going
don't know.
back.
It's just not, it's a beautiful instrument. It sounds amazing through distortion too, but it's just not for me. That's all.
Do you play an electronic flute and run it through an
Oh
amp?
no, I've just seen like clips on YouTube videos to like putting guitar pedals through the flute and it sounded really cool.
And what do you play in the band again?
Play bass.
You're the bass player, and I have a very musical audience. I always talk about that. I think probably 60% of my audience are musicians, it seems. What kind of bass guitar do you play and amp?
I play Ibanez. That's always been my go-to. I've had the same bass for the last 10 years.
Okay, and I play an Ibanez guitar. Not a
Nice.
bad choice. What kind of amp do you have?
I drift between amps. Right now I'm using Todd's amp, actually.
Cool. I used to like Ampeg and Line 6 and some of those. But that's very cool. That's very cool. And so how long you're the original member in the band? You play bass. Do you guys all sing? I'm a singer. So do you guys all sing in the band, or is it just pretty much the lead singer?
It's just Todd.
Okay. I guess in heavy metal, where the fuck are you gonna put harmonies? It's not the fucking Bee Gees, right? I got it. That's funny.
It's like,
I'm drifting over here to
oh, dude.
Duane. What are you doing over there, man? I got you full screen right now. So
I'm
tell me a little
go
bit
ahead.
more about yourself. When did you start playing?
I started playing, I would say like 2000.
Okay.
Somebody handed me a guitar that was a 12-string guitar that they had like chopped the top of it off and made it into a 6-string guitar. And it was a hollow body electric guitar. And I kind of just started teaching myself how to play and being influenced by like a lot of Black Sabbath, Metallica, industrial stuff, like Ministry and Nine Inch Nails is what I was looking for when I started playing. And it kind of grew from there. Got into a band like about a year after that, and that's when I started like taking music serious.
And what do you
knowing
play
that was
again?
my.
What do you play
So I
again?
play guitar.
You're the guitars. Okay.
I'm kind of like the crunch. I guess the crunch guitar part. I'm focused more on the rhythm of the guitar is my passion.
So we got bass guitar, and we have rhythm lead guitar.
Yeah, Larry does more. He does a little bit more of the leads. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
We're both trying to do a little bit of both and everything. So
Kind of like a
there's a part where
scorpion.
I might have a quick little lead and he has one, but he does do I think majority of the lead stuff. Like when you listen to the demo and stuff, or record, you'll hear like some, wah fucking what.
Right.
That's typically Larry, and I'm just holding the crunch for him.
Gotcha. I'm thinking like Scorpions and Iron Maiden, where the
Right.
AC/DC, where the two guitar players mesh.
Yeah.
They bring the
exactly.
parts together, two
Yeah.
different parts together.
Yeah.
Metallica's
Like
really
Exodus, how Exodus does it too.
Yeah. Love Exodus. All right, so Duane, I'm going to move on to Ruby over there. She's kind of tucking around the corner. Nice scene that. You in a bar right there, Ruby? Where are you at? Looks like you're in a bar.
It's probably at her house. Her house is a bar.
Your house is a bar? That's fucking cool.
Well, her house is very, very strange.
Sorry, really bad connection.
That's okay. I got you on my screen right now. Give me 1 second. Okay.
I can see everybody.
I got you right now. You are right now. You are full screen. Go ahead. Tell me how you got started. How'd you get started in music? When was that in your childhood? When did you get all started? And how do you like playing with all these guys? Tell me a little bit more about, the band and your involvement. Go ahead.
Okay. I started at a pretty young age. My grandfather was a musician. He would play guitar, and he had a few acoustic guitars. And I tended to flip them over and bang on them. And I mean, that was instinctively a drummer, pretty young. And it kind of stemmed from there. I mean, a lot of exposure to a lot of different styles of music. Old school R&B music is, I have those roots. Father's side was mariachi and, Mexican music.
Okay.
What was that?
No, you got some R&B roots. So do I. I'm a blues player. I'm a blues keyboard player. And I have some R&B.
Yeah. A little bit of I had a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. Good variety upbringing.
Now tell me more about this this wrestling. Were you a professional wrestler? Would you say WMA or professional wrestling? Can you tell me a little bit about the backstory there? I think we lost her. Larry the Hatchetman. Did you say she was a wrestler? Who was it told me she was a wrestler?
Yeah, she wrestles. Yep.
Oh, it's you, Todd. Shakus. Yep. Todd, she was a wrestler. So, Ruby, tell me more about your wrestling. I just want to know.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so, well, instead of going to college like everyone should, sort of thing, I decided to go to wrestling training, and I did that for a couple years. Let's just say it was labeled fake. You really got hurt doing. Or I got hurt doing.
Was that the WMA?
I'm gonna stick to drumming. Yes, what they would call like in sports entertainment to a degree.
Okay.
I call it physical theater.
Okay. Okay. So you weren't really getting hurt. Fun. You were flipping people over.
But drumming is much safer. So that my roots are very Pantera, Metallica.
Okay. Pantera.
Slipknot changed me.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, Joey Jorgensen was a game changer for me.
I like Slipknot. And Pantera, I saw them a few times down in Orange County. Fucking killer band.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Way back in the day, right? Who's your favorite band, Todd? Who do you like? Who do you like the best? I mean, if you had to pick a heavy metal band do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I'm kind of like the new metal kind of genre. Like System of a Down is a big one for me. I like a lot.
Right.
Deftones, because they're from Sacramento. So
right. Okay.
I met Chino, a bunch of times.
Now you guys are based in Sacramento, is that correct?
No, Oakland.
Oakland,
California.
Okay. And do you have a rehearsal studio in Oakland?
Yes.
Okay. And okay, so a lot of your fans are Oakland based or Sacramento?
I say Oakland based, but like the last show we played, this guy drove all the way out from Salinas to come see us play, which was like a 2.5 hour drive just to come see us. So people are starting to come from farther. It's pretty cool.
I think they're probably like a good hour radius around Oakland is where we could draw people for some reason. Oakland is like a great center place for metal.
And tell me about some of the clubs that you guys play at mostly, and what are the best clubs where people want to come see you play? Give me one of the
Well,
clubs you just played.
one of the clubs we played was Pine Street in a town called Livermore.
Okay.
You know, probably like, I don't know, 200 or 300 maybe were there. Right after we played, a lot of people left, which is unfortunate because there was one band to play after us, but it made us realize a lot of people were there to watch us, you know.
You guys had the main following over
Yeah.
there.
Well,
That's pretty.
we started opening a lot of our shows when we first started because we wanted to make sure we had enough setup time for our, you
Gotcha.
know, black light stuff.
Yeah.
And plus, you know, like you can't just have that egotistic thing like, oh, I'm just gonna get in there and start playing like where I want. To let everybody know that we're fresh and we're new and we're gonna open. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's becoming to a point where we're damn near pretty close to just being a headliner some of these shows.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Now, are all of you born and raised in the Sacramento Bay Area?
I'm from Las Vegas. I was born in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay. So you're from my part of the woods.
Yeah,
Oh.
my mom moved me out of there around 2.5 years old to Puerto Rico, and I lived there till I was 10.
Okay.
And then between Colorado and California is where my mom's from Colorado, my dad's from Napa, California. So I came out to see my dad and basically fell in love with California, and this is where the music scene is. So I'm staying here, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, Lois wants me to go back to Australia and play out there and stuff. And I'm like, I kind of like Vegas. You know, I like the action. I like the town. I know I can go down to Vegas and play almost any club down there.
Yeah.
You know, and so if I want to play clubs, I want to be in the neighborhood. And you guys have your scene out there. Hey, Ruby, back to you since I got you on the screen. Can you hear me? Ruby?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, Ruby.
Are you the drummer?
Okay.
Are you the drummer? You're the drummer in the band?
I sure try, you know.
Oh, no. Well, so, okay.
I give it, yes. We all have a pretty good history. Me and Duane have known each other for a very long time, and Larry I've known for many years. There's a family vibe with us. We all have a respect and understanding for each other, you know. Individually, we all kind of got some different personalities, but we're like those misfits that come together and, you know, we belong to them sort of thing, you know. The person, you know, that whole cliche of misfits. Our styles are so different, you know, and I think that's what makes us so uniquely magical is everyone brings a different technique to the table. And the fun with being a drummer is trying to bring it all together, you know, and when you have people as talented as my bandmates are, it's not very hard. They, you know, every once in a while we might hit a little discussion about, I don't know if that's going to work. And then sometimes you're royally wrong and you have to admit it, you know, it's like, because you know, it's a work, you know, when you're creating music, you're trying to feel it at the same time. You don't want to step on creative toes. So you have to balance those two things. And, you know, luckily in this band, we're very open to communication and, you know, let's find the part that fits best for the song rather than I wrote this part and I want to force it in. And we're very important. Mature in that sense. And so
open communication.
Yeah, you know, it's a priceless thing. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no, and you hit the nail on the head. To be a successful band, and I've been in quite a few bands. I've been playing music for 45 years. I've been in 3 major rock bands, and the number one thing is I wasn't looking for extreme talent back in the 80s. I was looking for someone I could talk to and someone I could communicate with and someone who wanted to be there. You know, that was extremely important. So I wasn't looking for like the best drummer in the world. You know, I was looking for a drummer who could keep time, get along with everybody, and be open to writing, you know, with the other guys. So that's awesome. Back to you, Ruby. What kind of drum set? I have a lot of musicians that watch my show. And what kind of drum set do you play, and how long have you been playing the drums?
I got my first drum set when I was about 15. It was one of those silly ones you ordered out of a J.C. Penney catalog.
Right.
Got it for Christmas. And that sucker didn't last very long. And I've had the same drum set ever since. It is an 86 Tama Superstar.
Wow.
She's a beast. She's gorgeous. They don't make them like that anymore. Let's just say that. It is an antique drum set that is, everyone kind of drools when they see her. She's just a gorgeous kit. Zildjian, Zildjian cymbals I've kind of always laid, favor to. Yeah, so that's my instrument of choice. I do have a little digital drum set that I practice on here at home just to, have fun on, and got a lot of different sounds on these things. But yeah, drums are really, really my instrument of choice. It's just
Right.
been amazing to be in this band with these guys and
Now,
create some really, really fun music and get the reaction we're getting.
You guys are on your way. I've been doing some research on your band, and you have a lot of videos. You have a lot of gigs you got going on.
We have February 8th at the Goldfield with, remember that band Green Jelly?
Yeah,
We're
I saw
playing
the
with Green
flyer.
Jelly.
Okay. That's cool,
And-
man.
And then there's a band called Open the Sun. They have a chick singer. And then another band, Gaslit Riot, which is one of my friends' bands, and they're kind of like Rage, but the drummer and the singer kind of rap. But it's like Rage Against the Machine.
Gotcha. That's cool, man. Heavy metal mixed in with rap.
Yeah, it's
It
trippy
kind of
how
reminds
they
me
do
of
it.
Run DMC and Aerosmith. Remember that?
Yeah.
I think that was the first thing I ever heard where a rap,
Like a
you
duo.
know, yeah. They broke down the wall. It was just so fucking cool.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
Walk This Way or something.
Walk this way.
Walk this way.
Walk this way. And then they went into that fucking rap
Just
thing.
give
That
me
was
a
so cool.
kiss.
And they broke down the wall, started
Yeah,
rapping.
yeah. I mean, that was the first time I'm, this shit's good. And I think we started seeing a lot more fusion, what I call fusion.
Yeah.
Whether a mixing, hip hop, rap, whatever, jazz, rock, heavy metal, grunge, all coming together.
Yeah,
And
you
I
got the Public Enemy with Anthrax.
Right.
Bring the noise. That was freaking sick.
That was fucking awesome. Yeah, Bring the Noise was awesome. And I got you all on the screen together right now, which is kind of cool. And this new format, when I'm talking to all of you, I got you all on the screen. It's really cool. Now, keep in mind that people are listening to this podcast. They're not always seeing it. So a lot of
Gotcha.
times I'll explain what I'm seeing for the person driving down the road that's not seeing it.
Yeah.
But it's really, really great to get all you guys together. I've been talking to Brian Moore from Curtain Call Records, and he told me a little bit about you guys. He's got a whole bunch. He's got a big lineup for me coming up. How did you guys get involved? Now, I'm going to pick on one of you real quick. Okay. Duane, you look good, man. You look good. You just got the fucking badass. You got a badass look to you. Duane, tell me about, how did you guys get involved with Curtain Call Records? How'd that all come about?
That is actually probably more of a question for Todd. He was indirect with them. I
Okay.
don't mean to put myself, I think he'll give you a better answer for that one.
Todd Chakous, tell me
Todd-
more. Okay.
Todd
Todd
approached
Chakous,
us
you're on
it,
the spot. I got you full screen right now, Todd. Tell me more about Curtain Call. How'd they find you? How'd you find them? Tell me all about it.
I don't know. It's kind of trippy, like I've met Serge from System of a Down before.
Okay.
Went to the Sick Twisted Festival thing, right?
Right.
Threw some CDs on stage. He picked one up. He gave me the fingers. And the next thing I know, all this stuff started happening. I mean, it's kind of trippy. Like,
Next thing you know, you're signed.
well,
Just give
marketing
you-
agents hitting us up going, hey, we want to promote you guys. And the next thing I know, like, okay, cool. And they didn't ask for any money or anything. And all of a sudden we're like 100,000 hits on YouTube. And
Wow.
then
That-
somehow Brian just hits me up and he's like, hey man, I really like your band, and
Yeah.
he tells me, we're Sony Orchard, Rage Rock Radio, all this crazy stuff. And we started talking and we just clicked. He goes, hey man, I want you guys on with us, and I want to push you guys, dude. You guys are really good. And then when I told him we were together only a year, he was like, oh my goodness, man, that's crazy. I thought you guys were together a lot longer. He goes, that's a really good sign. And this is our first album demo, as we call it, because it's technically never been mastered, what you're hearing.
Oh, I
So,
got you. I got you.
you know what I mean? So imagine,
Ruby's giving you the high signal over there.
yeah, imagine if we were in a good studio, but we could probably, it probably would sound pretty incredible if it sounds that good already.
Well, you guys sound awesome. I thought you were already in the recording studio based on what I heard so far.
Oh, I mean, it was a studio,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Larry brought us to, it was actually called House of Faith Studios, and this guy just recorded us incredible, man. He's a really, really good guy.
Colin over there, how do you like playing with these crazy guys?
No, it's a lot of fun.
Are you having fun?
Do whatever I want on stage, which is really cool.
And
not every band lets me play behind my head and rip my strings out of my bass and start a mosh pit mid-song. So that's really cool.
Ruby says she loves you, Colin. Do you hear?
Well, that was me.
Was that you?
Yeah.
I'm getting this delay over here. I got a green light just pops around. You know, like, well, who's on screen right now?
You know, we don't judge it. We don't judge in this band. Like however you want your image to look like or whatever it is. You know, like
gotcha.
We want it to be like awkward, weird, like different, and get along and make great music and shock the world. You don't have to.
Yeah.
All have to have some, same image. You know, we all have our own style of how we dress on stage. You know.
No, I see that. I get that from your picture. Ruby's off to the side there, and she's got her natural look. She's just kind of sprawled out. And then I've got the singer with the beard, the fluorescent green beard.
Right.
And that's what started the flyer. I was like, I love the beard.
That's me with the.
There he is.
I have the green beard. That's
that's you in the green beard in the back, right?
Yeah,
there.
That's me. For some reason, it just kind of, I don't know. Todd gave me the green makeup one day, and I put it on, and everybody really complimented it, and I kind of stuck to it. You
got this fluorescent look,
especially with the white coming in my beard, it just makes it even glow even more, and you don't see how old I fucking look either.
Well, you like that part. You like that part. I got a little bit of your photo session. Hold on a second. Let me look. You guys did a photo session.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
And then you did another shot, kind of like doing the whole Monster Mash thing back there.
Duane looked like the professional wrestler. Larry took some professional wrestling pictures too. It's like, you guys look like the wrestlers.
You guys do a little bit.
We did some,
I'm telling you, it's like.
And then of course I've got the natural photo of you guys.
This was in Seattle.
Was that in Seattle?
Yeah, we went on a little 3-day mini tour.
That's very cool, man.
And this venue didn't want us on the lineup. They didn't think that we'd fit, and we went in there and worked our way to that stage. And they said, "Okay, you guys can play." We ended up playing last, but at least we were able to play. It was a pretty cool story that we could all share in the future.
Well, you guys,
we were very persistent.
Yeah, no, I love your look, and I like the fact that you could care less whether you're not all wearing uniforms and you don't have to all look the same. That I think that was more popular back in the 80s when I was playing in the hair metal band, not hair metal band. I was in the hair band era. I had long blonde hair, and there was a look. Everyone had to have the right look. And I bleached my hair blonde, and the rest of the guys had dark hair. That was the thing. Now Motley Crue, same thing with Vince. You had to have the blonde hair, and image was everything. Was everything back then.
I tried out for a band back in the day, and did the whole tryout. And after they were done, they were like, "Man, you played really good. We really dug you. Everything's great. You just don't have the look."
You don't have the look.
I totally understand what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
no, it's fucking ridiculous.
In place, but you just don't have the look that we're looking for.
When I came out here, a Hatchetman, Larry. Do I call you Larry or Hatchetman? When I came out here, I was trying to find a band, and my hair was kind of short, wasn't long yet. I cut my hair off a long time ago. I wish I had it back, but I'm growing it back. Anyway, this guy calls me and says, "Well, how long is your hair?" I go, "It's kind of short right now." He goes, "Well, we're looking for a guy with long hair." I go, "So you don't want to hear me sing at all?" I go, I'm a pretty good singer. He didn't want to hear me sing. He says, "Well, you don't have long hair." And he was playing out here in Las Vegas. It was like a Christmas show. I'm not going to mention any names, but I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
long haired people do not need a fly. You know, the whole fucking
That's like when Metallica first cut their hair, everybody was
Tesla.
like, "Oh my God, what'd they do?"
Right.
They lost,
I think we got
they
over
lost
that.
their powers.
They lost their
Yeah,
powers,
yeah.
their superpowers. Yeah, I think we got over that. You know, the 80s went, the 90s came and gone, and I think we're getting back to
We didn't say that.
being ourselves, right? We're getting back to being who we are,
Yeah.
what we want to do, freedom of expression, right? And whatever you want to call it, we can go out there and be who we want to be, as long as we're putting it all together and we sound bitching and people love our music. Who gives a shit what we look like, right? I mean, come on, let's get over it. You know, we're putting. I remember Kiss. Kiss took off the makeup, right? Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley. They finally took off the makeup. You know, I thought they would never take off the makeup. And I'm like, put the makeup back on, guys.
Right.
What the fuck? Now I know why you guys wore makeup. You know?
Yeah, it's usually the opposite. It's usually the opposite of that, you know.
Right.
It,
But
normally it's like, you know, like they did with Slayer, like, hey, take the fucking makeup off, and they took it off, and then now they're better without the makeup on, of course, you know.
Right. Well, it
But
can
like,
go both ways.
but Kiss, you can't. No.
I saw not Gene Simmons. I saw Paul Stanley play an acoustic concert at a casino, and I was like in the front row, and I was, now I know why you wore makeup. Look at the little fucking lady. And this, you know, gobble chin and shit. And you know, that's super nice guy, but okay.
Yeah. Then you start seeing like Gene Simmons in movies, and you're like, whoa, that's what he looks like.
Yeah. Scary fucker.
He is scary as fuck. Yeah, like the makeup actually helps him not be so scary.
But you know, I grew up with Kiss. It's so funny. I grew up with Kiss, you know, and I had their lunch pail. I'd go to school. I had their lunch pail. You know, I was just a young kid, and I grew up with Kiss, and I was into that whole thing. But I think in today's environment, I don't think the image is such a big deal. You know, let's make it fun. Let's have fun. Our fans don't care so much anymore.
Right.
And with you guys, I see a this psychedelic image kind of thing going on, right? I kind of grabbed that and I made that flyer, and I like it. It's really cool. Now, in your concerts, is it black light driven? I mean, is the whole club like that? I mean, it's kind of like a rave concert where everyone just kind of feels comfortable.
Yeah, we typically tell the stage sound guy that we want to take the lights completely black on stage, and we handle our own lights.
That's kind of what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have like a little bar that has lasers and shit, but then most of it is just all black light.
That's pretty cool.
Like,
so in the club, it's dark and everything is kind of lit up.
Yep.
Fluorescent.
Yeah.
And eventually our goal is to try and get the crowd to interact with that. So now we have like girls showing up with like glow in the dark nail polish and stuff because they want to be glowing too. So we want to like have like a glow black light that's going to shine on them a little bit to make them come up to the front of the stage if they want to glow.
Cool.
Yeah, they won't glow in the back, but they'll glow in the front. It'll give the people to drive up, you know, in the front.
That's a great idea, and people start coming to your concert with fluorescent paint on.
Yes,
and the audience will be fluorescent.
Or glow in the dark stuff, because we have glow in the dark shirts, and we're gonna have glow in the dark hats.
There you go.
And that too, they can wear the merch, or they can do, you know, anything glow in the dark.
Maybe even pass that out as they come in through the front door. You pass out like necklaces, hats, glasses. Those crazy glasses you were wearing. Who was wearing those?
Yeah, I mean,
that was Duane.
those. Yeah, see shit like that. Look at those things. That's bitching, man. So you pass out. You know, that's the way. You know, I don't know if you remember clubs back in the. I'm dating myself a little bit, but they used to have where you walked in these clubs in Hollywood and you grabbed a coat, you grabbed a scarf, and you grabbed things on your way in, and you kind of had this ensemble that you put together on your way in the club. And in Hollywood had a lot of clubs like that. I played thousands of clubs in Hollywood, and they had glasses like that. You put on the glasses, man. You know, but that for you guys, I see that as a thing. I see you handing out stuff.
Yeah. I found this company that will do glow sticks, and they'll put our logo on it and our website, and we can pass out glow sticks.
That's perfect, man. I'm telling you, merchandise for you guys is going to be big.
And then
Yes, it is.
Larry has a song called World War Z, and then so I wanted to get like zombie teeth, little zombie teeth that glow in the dark with like World
Some
War Z
fangs,
on it.
maybe some
Yeah,
fangs, some
and just
fluorescent fangs.
pass him out.
That's fucking
The
cool.
clacking,
Throw 'em
the little
out.
clacking teeth, those little clacking
Mhm.
teeth. You want
Yeah,
them to
but glow
wind
in the
up.
dark. Yeah, glow in the dark and throw those into the crowd.
Okay, you guys are
So
trying to scare me on stage.
yeah, you guys don't scare your audience.
Yeah.
Don't scare your audience. No. So where do you guys plan on? Okay, who wants to answer this question? Okay, so this podcast is gonna air on the 24th. And do you have anything coming up at end of February, March, April? A tour possibly planned? Any big plans?
We have some stuff going on, so I'll let Duane tell you about March, and then I'll tell you about the April one. So go
All
ahead,
right, Duane,
Duane.
tell me a little bit more what's coming up in March for you
So,
guys. 2024.
so we entered in the battle for Wacken for Germany.
Okay.
It's held together by a friend of mine named Tina,
Okay.
and I use my venue for a lot of her shows. The Toots Tavern that we discussed earlier
Okay.
is where most of them go down. So we're participating. We got accepted, and there's going to be 3 other bands competing with us. They have 3 judges. That's the big thing that's going on in March that we're focusing on. We play second out of 4 bands.
Okay. All right.
It's going to be a really good show either way. You know, even if we don't win or not. But I mean, our goal is to knock the roof off of the house and be
Nice.
the band that wins. You know,
Nice.
that's pretty much it for March.
So March, you have a battle or a contest, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And if you
And
win
then
if you win that contest, what do you get? Anything?
so then we go to like the finals, which is at the same venue, April 20th. That'll be with all the bands that all participated. There's 5 bands at the end. The winner of
Okay.
that band goes to San Diego
Okay.
and participates in another one with all of California. Then if you win that one, you go to another one in San Diego. And
Oh,
then
cool.
after that, you get to go to a walk-in. You get a 20-minute set. You get a chance to get signed by record labels, of course. They give you like $1,500 in paid expenses.
Nice.
Yeah. But
That's
it's unfortunately it's not like the big stage, but there's a big like a building they have that holds like 20,000 people that you get to play in front of.
very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So
Some
they'd
of
be
those
pretty cool.
some of those contests really pay off. I've been in a few. I was in one. I got stuck on the Touch Tunes jukebox. I was in a
Oh, really?
contest. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm in like 60,000 jukeboxes.
Wow,
My
that's
song.
crazy.
And what's crazy about it is I can't get on it now. Like I'm trying to get my fucking songs on there, and the rest of my songs, and I can't get a hold of anybody. My distributor can't get them on there. They're very strict. But I won this contest. I won this fucking contest. So I got a song called "Can't Keep My Eyes Off of You," and it's kind of a poppy, Bon Jovi-ish type of song.
Gotcha. Uh-huh.
And it's getting tons of plays on the jukebox in Canada and the USA, and over probably 70,000 jukeboxes.
Wow,
But
congratulations.
it was a contest.
Got you. It's
But,
crazy what they could
okay.
do. They could, at least you spread exposure when you go through these contests, at least.
Absolutely. Contests
Yeah.
are great. Contests
Yeah.
are great. Todd, tell me a little bit more about the rest of the rest of 2024. You got any tours set up?
Well, so April 5th, we're playing at the Whiskey A Go Go with Priest, Julian K, September Morning, Lexi Lane, and us at the Whiskey A Go Go.
Okay.
In April. That's April 5th, Friday.
Where do people go to find out that information? Do they go to your website?
They go to our website, and then Colin did all that. He made us a link tree so you can find us on everything. We have a website, which would be projectmayhemad.com, I believe.
Right. I went to your website, projectmayhemad.com. So everybody out there listening, go to the website. You can get all the latest information on Project Mayhem AD. And do you have anything that right now? Okay, I saw some videos. Are those on YouTube that I saw?
Yeah, there's about 5 or 6 on YouTube.
I want to play a video during this podcast show, and I'm about 30, 40 minutes in right now. And I'm going to have one of you guys announce the video. Now, who wants to announce the video, and which video are you going to announce? Who wants to do that?
I would say Warcraft. And
Todd.
you want me to do it?
All right. I'm going to make you full screen, Todd. You're full screen right now. I want you to announce the video we're about to play for the audience. Go ahead.
Okay, we're Project Mayhem AD, and this is called Warcraft.
You just watched Warcraft video. When we first got together, that was our first show when we started doing these videos. So we didn't have all the black lights quite rolling yet. We were just getting on stage for the very first time. And what you just saw was day one of Project Mayhem. And since then, we've been getting this ball rolling, been all up and down the coast. We're out of the Bay Area, San Francisco, California. And I'll tell you, we're from the home of the thrash gods. All these bands around us has influenced us. And when we bring it to the stage, we bring it with full force for an entertainment that you cannot deny. And that's what the videos capture. And that's what Project Mayhem is about. There's no one person leading the show. We're not hired guns. We all participate in the creation of what you hear and what you see on stage. And a lot of it is spontaneous and happens right in front of you. And you inspire what happens on stage. Because when you react, we react. And if you haven't got a chance to see us and you like what you saw in the video and you're liking what you're hearing in this podcast, please come see us when we come to a town near you. We are coming to Vegas soon to rock with Dean Bond in Vegas, coming up here this spring.
That
we're
is
all
awesome.
down
Oh,
in
that's
Hollywood and all over the place.
Mother's Day weekend, right? Isn't that
That is
right,
Mother's
Duane?
Day weekend, I believe. Yeah.
I think we have a show
Yeah.
Mother's Day weekend in Vegas.
Yes, that'll be Sunday, May 13th. I think it is.
We're going to Vegas. What?
Hey,
Yeah.
Larry, thank you for that, Larry. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Larry just wanted, I'm sure he just forgot to tell us, it was George Anderson who did our video.
George Anderson.
And he's a dear friend of ours. He came out and like had all these cameras and like, you know, Larry hooked it. We didn't even know Larry was doing it. Basically, he didn't tell us really that much about it.
Right.
And so,
So who is you guys all write songs together equally? All you guys? You're all the
yeah,
creators?
I guess, like the first album was mainly Larry that wrote most of it. I was
Okay.
able to do it. I did a couple songs like Evil Dead and Hellraiser.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Which I was totally cool with it. I'm like really thankful because our other band that we're in before with Larry, the guitar player, never wanted to let us explore our own style.
Gotcha.
It was all his style, and that was it. Play with his shit only. Gave me the freedom. That's why I really wanted to be in the band, was them giving me the freedom to have some creation.
The creative freedom. The creative freedom.
So
Yeah.
the next album that we're writing, I'm gonna get to do a lot more of my songs on it. So about 5 songs right now that I wrote.
That's awesome. What do you think of that, Larry? What do you think?
You know,
Larry Hatchetman.
Well, I just think that when he says that they're my songs, they're riffs. See, when me and Ruby got the ball rolling, it was just me and Ruby. So we just shot riffs back and forth for hours.
Gotcha.
Messing with riffs. And then as the band became a band and not just me and Ruby, those riffs became songs, and everyone had a say in how long the riff went, what happened, when the change should come.
When the
then
drums
the
come in.
were all Todd.
Yeah.
And Duane brought some riffs to the table that we've turned into songs as a band. And on this next demo that we're currently working on right now, Colin has brought a few to the table. Todd is bringing some to the table. Even though he's our singer, he's got some riffs. Ruby, even though she's our drummer, she's got some riffs that she's bringing to the table. Duane's got some riffs bringing to the table. So we're trying to mix it up to where everybody's
equal writing partners.
A musicianal input in every song you hear.
That's the best way to do it, man, because you get more of an even collaboration.
Yes.
And it's
not boring to the ear.
More magic seems to happen like that.
Colin brings an industrial bass sound to us a lot, and Duane too. And then Duane also has like some traditional like vibe going with his riffs. And Todd is bringing some wild shit, because you can see how he does the whole black light.
Right.
And if you've heard of his other bands before he joined our band, he does a lot of wide variety style music. So does Ruby. Ruby's all into the Pantera and the she's our machine back there on the drums.
Right.
So she really dictates our energy. I'm really old school thrash and punk rock. I like
bring
punk
that
rock, and I like thrash, and it comes out in a lot of my riffs.
So you guys are all into heavy metal. Do you still do the other genres at all? Do you still write and play the other genres like rap or hip hop or grunge or anything else? Or is it pretty much heavy metal as well?
New style. It's like country and rap. We call it crap.
And you're all fucked up, right? That's funny. Colin, I want to come over to you real quick. I gotta give you some airtime over here.
What's up?
So, Colin, you and Duane are the primary guitarists, right? You and Duane.
I play bass.
I'm sorry. What am I thinking of? Hatchetman.
Yeah, me and Larry play guitar.
Yeah.
I moved the screens around so I could remember who plays what. Todd, you play guitar?
No,
You're the singer. Duane is a guitar player. Larry is also the guitar player, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Ruby's drums.
And Colin, you're the bass. Gotcha. Okay. Now, real quick, I know I asked this question earlier. Are you all from the Bay Area, born and raised, or where's everyone from?
I'm from L.A. I was born in L.A.
L.A.
About second grade, and then came to.
Same with you, Larry, out of L.A.
I'm Bay Area.
Bay Area.
I'm a
and
Bay
Judy.
Area kid. Yeah.
Judy.
Born in
Ruby.
Sac,
Ruby,
born
is it
in
Ruby?
Bay Area.
Yeah, Ruby.
Ruby, where are you from originally? Ruby.
I think I'm back.
You are.
East Bay.
East Bay.
Yeah, okay. Hayward, California. Is kind of where I was raised.
Okay. And over to you, Duane. Where are you originally from?
I guess Napa, California is where I went to high school.
Born and raised over Napa?
No, I was, like I said, born in Vegas.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were born in Vegas.
Yeah. And then I
Right
I
here.
lived in Puerto Rico till I was 10.
Nice.
And then I moved to Colorado, which is where my mom family was from, and then got a chance to come out to see my dad in Napa, and then I just fell in love with Napa and stayed in California the whole time.
Okay. How long
I'm
were
like,
you in How long were you in Puerto Rico?
I'd say like 8 years. I was
Wow.
there from 2 to 10 years old.
Wow. How was that?
It was pretty neat. I mean, going to school speaking Spanish and then going home speaking English. It was. I got really fast at it. I didn't really practice it when I moved back, so I
Right.
lost a lot of my Spanish.
Right.
But I really wanted to check it out as an adult. I haven't been back then since. But
Well, your Spanish would come in handy in California, right?
yeah, or when we go play in Mexico or something, and
That's cool.
maybe one day we'll play in Puerto Rico, and then I'll be show everybody everything that I know.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Yeah. I like your look, man. You got a great look. Is
Thanks, man.
this some dreadlocks you got going on right
Yeah,
there?
I got dreads. Yeah, been
Okay.
growing them for about 5 years.
Nice. Your hair's fucking long. Love it.
Yeah, thank you,
Love
man.
it. I wish I had my hair long
I
again. I
put
miss
some Miracle Grow goes a long way.
You fucking get the
Being
water
being in
can
all
out
those
and put some
being
Miracle
in all
Grow.
those being in all those marijuana greenhouses, and I would put the Miracle Grow in there. No, I'm just kidding. But no,
That is funny.
it's just
Todd,
I got to flaunt what I got for the age I am. I'm 47, so
well, you're only 47. You're still
yeah. I
young.
just to have hair is actually really nice. That's all it matters to
Yeah,
me.
just to have hair. I got friends I went to school with. They're fucking bald. They're like 30. They were bald like when they were 30, 20, 30. I'm
Right,
like,
right.
yeah, just, I guess it's just genetics, I guess, but
Yeah, yeah,
just be thankful you have hair. If you have hair,
yeah,
it doesn't matter. If I
yeah,
started losing my hair, I'll just shave it. I'll just shave it
yeah.
off.
Not that it matters, but reggae is a big part of my life too. So
Ah,
I always go between metal and reggae with my stuff.
okay. Now,
When I listen to my Pandora,
do you play in a band on the side in reggae, or have you
I
ever done?
I've not. I've been in a punk band, but never a reggae band. No,
You
it's
know,
something that crossed my mind a few times though.
have you been down to the coastal areas? Well, probably the Bay Area. There's probably a lot of reggae bands.
Oh, tons.
Orange County,
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Down
some
in
of the
yeah.
bars.
Long Beach
Uh-huh.
area. Yeah.
Right, right. I saw
I
some
mean,
really good.
I like bands like Skindred and Head PE and stuff where they have the metal and reggae mixed ska, mixed together with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bad
Listen to a lot of
Brains.
Yeah, we do have a song that we haven't really released yet called Sleepwalkers, and there's a breakdown in the middle of the song that goes into a ska
Goes in a little
reggae part.
ska upbeat. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha. That's bitching,
and then
man. I see some fusion with heavy metal and reggae. Is that what you're talking
yeah,
about?
A
yes,
little
sir.
bit, yeah.
That's what,
Yep.
Dude, that
yeah.
would
I was
be
talking to
big.
my drummer about that the other day. I said I want to do something like a little reggae mix with
You have to.
because he was asking me about like what cover would you want to do, and I'm like fucking Bob Marley or something, like metal, like
That would be so cool. In fact, even do a remake. I don't know if you're into
yeah.
that.
I mean, nobody's doing it really that much anymore, just
Right.
to bring that, that's the new metal thing that I like that me and Todd have in common with too.
Yeah.
Is
That is bitching.
Like,
Todd,
could you
Todd,
imagine?
Todd, can you sing reggae?
I could do, yeah. Yep.
yeah,
And
he
then,
can.
yep, I could sing reggae. I can rap too. You know what I mean? I did some rap stuff and
Like
yeah.
Eminem? Are you like the level of Eminem? Can you rap with
I,
him?
I did, yeah. In the last band, I played bass and I did some rapping and some kind
I,
of
I
new metal
find
stuff.
I find rap artists to be very talented, and I'll tell you why. They've got to come up with words right on the spot,
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
I was reading a story about Eminem back when he was in the battle. Remember the
Yep.
battle
yep.
rapping, and I don't know how they do it, man. I have a hard time just writing lyrics for my songs. God forbid you put me on the spot.
And
I
see, the
could never
good
do
thing
it.
about this band is there's, man, something about when they play the guitar or like when I hear the songs, their guitar sing the words to me. It's so easy to write the words because it's literally singing the words to me
Well,
about
like
about the movie we pick. Because all songs are about movies,
right.
but we relate them to the real world and kind of like how society is falling apart and the
Right.
things that we can do to try to help that not happen or
Well, like
us.
like Ruby said, you guys are kind of like family. Do you feel like
Yes.
you're like family, all of you guys?
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
And
Yeah.
I think that's why you feel comfortable when you're writing songs together. It's like sitting down with your brother or your sister
Yeah,
or a family member. You guys are very close. It sounds like.
yeah.
for
Um,
I
sure.
mean,
you know,
we
it helps.
we're definitely getting there. Like, of course, me and Larry and Ruby are the closest together, and we just met, them in the last year, Colin and Todd.
Okay.
They're totally welcome in the family, like, and it's definitely feeling like a family more and more and more. As long as we're all just agreeing, like, it's kind of weird. Even when you don't agree, you still agree. It's
So
you gotta have
nobody.
you gotta have passion and respect for everybody. We do.
Absolutely, it's a partnership, and you are a family.
Yeah.
And I wish that my band was more like that back in the day. There was a point where I was in a band where I was just the keyboard player,
Yeah.
and I felt like kind of like I was the low guy on the totem pole, and I didn't feel like I was a major contributor because they had already had an album out.
Yeah, that's a shitty feeling right there.
Well, it was because I felt like a session, but I guess that's how a session player would feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hire a drummer.
Like a hired person, yeah.
I was a hired gun. And of course, I was I was part of the band, but I was filling in a part that needed to be on the album for the tour. So I did a lot of stuff with this band, but I was more filling in a spot. You don't feel the same. It's not like family, not like family. But I play all the instruments, and I was called in to do all the keyboards, 12-string guitars, backing vocals, and lead guitars in this band. And we did an album. It took a year. We were supposed to tour Europe, and it never happened. But it was a great project for me because I got to be in some of the best recording studios in LA.
Okay.
I got a lot of experience. I felt like it was I was stepping up.
Yeah.
But it didn't end up going anywhere. But music is an education, and it's an experience of a lifetime. It's something you will always remember for the rest of your lives.
Yeah.
And everything you're doing right now that is on YouTube and albums and everything you're doing right now is forever. It's forever. You guys are going to you'll be 60, 70 years. You're going to look back one day and you'll be 70 years old going, that was me back. I was fucking rocking out back then.
Fuck yeah. Cheers.
Music's fucking awesome. Cheers to that. I got a beer around here.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
But I'm really honored to meet all you guys down here. And I want to showcase you guys all over wherever my reach is at. And right now I'm in 105 countries.
Hercules.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be playing. Okay, I got all your songs. I'm going to be playing your songs during the podcast. So I'm going to be playing the music while you guys are talking. It's a fun podcast show. I just did a video with the last band was Fate Defined, and one of the guys he said, my girlfriend loves me so much she cleans my paraphernalia. And so every time he disappeared, I had this bong hit going.
That's hilarious.
He disappears, I got this fucking bong hit going on. Does she clean your bong? Does she clean your crack pipe? What's going on?
Wow.
I just thought it was funny. I love interviewing. They were younger than you guys. Very young. And I like interviewing young guys. One kid he was only playing guitar for 4 years.
Yeah.
And he was shredding. He was shredding, man, at 4 years. He was shredding. And the other guitar player was an 11-year veteran. And he says, he's as good as I am. He's as good as I am. And so sometimes people pick it up faster. And they grab an instrument and they're fucking genius level in 2 years. And then, like me, I'm kind of a slow learner. It takes me a while to get going, but I'm amazed. Some people can pick up an instrument and they're so fucking good, and these kids are shredding together. They're shredding, and they have such a good rapport, like you guys. They're kind of like family too. I have a feeling there's going to be a trend throughout the season 3 Heavy Metal Madness for the Dean Von Music podcast show. I think there's going to be a trend of what you guys are all about. Family, family songwriting together, which so far that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to doing the whole Heavy Metal Madness series in season 3. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So real quick, now, who do I ask? How do people get in touch with you the best way? And Todd, I'm going to go to you on this. Tell people out there the best way to get in touch with you. Can they actually call you? Can they talk to you? Or is the website the way to go to get hold of you?
Website and Facebook Messenger is, we do that a lot. Instagram Messenger, that kind of stuff. We respond to that a lot. Obviously, Colin had an email he just created, so that would be another way. But
Okay. Can people subscribe on your website? Give your email address and all that?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Okay, so
And then
you,
we could send them, like, anytime we have new merch or like a show, it goes right directly to their email.
perfect,
So
perfect.
people
And
can
what
sign up
about
there.
you? What about YouTube? You need subscribers over there on your
Yeah.
YouTube?
We need some more, but yeah, we're working on it.
All right, so I'm going to tell everyone out there, go to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And subscribe. After you're done watching their slew of videos out there, subscribe to the channel, because
Thank
we
you.
need the support as independent artists. We need your support out there. So definitely get on there to Project Mayhem AD and just Google them. You'll find them, and go to their YouTube channel and subscribe. And that is the best way to support the band, along with going to see their live shows. Right, guys?
Yeah.
We want people
Yeah.
to go see the live show. Do you have anything for sale right now? Any songs that people can download and buy, or is that something you got coming out soon?
Well, everything's free right now on the sites, like, because I
Okay.
put everything on Apple Music, it's on Amazon Music, YouTube Music.
Okay.
We're on Pandora, Spotify.
Okay. So they can listen to you just about anywhere.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you guys are highly visible right now.
Yep. We
Well,
wanted to.
I did look on Amazon because I was just on my phone. They're charging $10 for our album.
Amazon's charging $10. I hope you guys are getting a piece of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Amazon's charging 10, and I'm like, well, hey, it's a start.
yeah, I got a little bit. We got a little bit of money
It's a
from it.
start.
But if you're
Wait.
part of Amazon Music and
see.
Amazon Prime, then
Yeah.
you can listen to
Well,
it for
it's
free.
not about the money at this stage, right, guys? It's not about the
Yeah.
money. It's
No,
about
it's
it's about getting out there and making sure that people can see you, get to your concerts, listen to your music, watch your videos. I was playing back in the 80s, and Poison opened up for me at a concert. And it wasn't a concert, it was more of a nightclub. And Brett came back in my dressing room and said, "We just came out here from back east, and I want to make it in LA." And I said, and I was, at the time we were headlining. So Poison was very young and fresh. And I told Brett, he says, "How do we make it out here?" I go, "You're not going to get paid right off the bat. You're not going to get paid. No one's going to pay you. And if they do, it's not going to be much. Go play everywhere and anywhere you can. And if you can afford to make t-shirts and flyers, go out there and just plaster Hollywood." And I did that when I was young in my band Danger. I was lead singer for Danger for 11 years. So Poison opened up for us at this little Mexican bar. It was funny. I saw these kids with long hair and makeup on, and it was Brett Michaels. And I said, and I looked at my bass player and I go, "These kids are going to make it. Guarantee it. They're going to make it." He says, "What do you see those?" I go, "See those 6 girls in the front row?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Yeah, they love them. They love these guys. And they're gonna fucking make it." And right after that, I was up 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm watching the Joan Rivers late night show. If you get up, I dating myself. And she goes, "I got this band from Pittsburgh or from back east. They got long hair. They wear makeup. It's Poison." Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me. So they're getting international television exposure at 2 o'clock in the morning on the Joan Rivers show. And I said, "Son of a bitch, I just played with those guys like 3 weeks ago."
Wow.
So it's funny,
What's
timing is everything, right? Some
Yeah.
bands make it just timing, being at the right place at the right time, and meeting the right people. Autograph, some good friend of mine, he threw a cassette tape over David Lee Roth's back fucking wall over in Pasadena. And that's how they made it. He's jogging and he throws a cassette tape with a note saying, "We'd love to go on tour with you guys, Van Halen." And guess what? He gets a phone call and they go on tour with Van Halen.
Wow.
A lot of times the normal channels, aren't the way to go. You bump into someone, hey, or you have a drink with someone, hey, how about I go on tour with you? Bam, it's happening. If someone likes you, man, it's on.
Yeah, that's what Todd is really good at. He's a great like connecting kind of guy. Like
A network, a schmoozer, a networker.
I don't know what it is. He's like he's a shaman or whatever. And he just surprises us all the time. Like, oh, like I got the demo to this guy, and you're like, no, and then it happens, and you're like, this is crazy. Like he goes out of his way, and I think that he knows that this band is going somewhere, so he's got his foot way, way, way ahead of us, which
Well,
is
that's cool,
really
Todd.
really
That's what
cool
you
to
need.
have him in the band for that reason too.
Well,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
you need a person that's out there, making contacts. All right,
Yeah.
you can't all be quiet. You got to
No.
like when I'm listening to Larry over there, man. I'll tell you, he has the passion, the
Yes,
enthusiasm. He could be have his own television show.
Yeah.
he's our leader. Yeah, he's our leader.
Yes.
He
Absolutely.
could have his own television show.
He reminds me of a Wayans brother, like for
Yeah,
some
I felt
reason.
like I was in church there. The righteous brothers, man.
The
And
Wayans brothers.
you guys got what it takes, but it's going to come back down to your talent, your music mainly.
True.
Your music,
Yeah.
your style, whatever it is, you guys, and I kind of like your groove, man. It's really cool. But
So what would you
like-
consider our style to be?
your style?
Yeah, what do you consider it to
Right,
be?
like-
Like what kind of metal do you hear?
Gosh, the heaviest
I'm always
metal.
carrying.
The heaviest?
The heaviest metal. And listen, I listen to everything, but you guys are heavy.
Thank you.
If there was a category 3, I'd put you in the category 3 of heavy metal.
Thank you.
Even above Metallica, and I love Metallica. But
Wow.
the vocals are just pounding, screaming. I could just see myself at a concert just going crazy and having the best time of my life. You guys put on that kind of show based on what I've seen. Now, I haven't been to
Appreciate
a
it.
live show. Hopefully I get to one. You said you're coming out to Vegas.
Yes.
When was that again?
That's May 13th, Mother's Day.
Okay, May 13th.
It's a Sunday.
Okay, gotcha. Where are you playing?
We are playing at Sin Wave. It's a venue that my friend is building right now.
Okay,
It's in Vegas called Sin Wave. His
Sin
name's
Wave.
Mark. Yeah, our friends from Short Fuse, Martin,
Okay.
the keyboardist.
All right.
Yep. He invited us to do it. They used to do it here in Cupertino, which is about an hour away from Oakland. And then the singer and the keyboardist moved to Las Vegas in the last 2 years. And then now they're bringing the Mother's Day Metal Festival there.
Anybody else on the bill with you?
I don't know actually who's on the bill. There's always going to be about 8 to 10 bands, but we don't know yet. They're going to release that probably at the end of the month.
Well, before I
They're gonna
put
have the
this,
flyer.
before I publish this podcast, I'll put some links. I'll put some links there.
Yeah,
So
another
people
one
can-
that I wanted
Sure.
Todd to mention is that he's gonna, if you don't mind giving him the spotlight for a minute to really talk about our Hollywood show coming up.
You
at the
got
Whiskey.
it.
Yeah, that's at the Whiskey A Go Go. That's April 5th, Friday. And a band Priest, which is ex-members of Ghost.
Okay.
Julian K, which
Okay.
is the singer from Edema. Okay, and then September morning, then there's Lexi Lane
Gotcha.
and us, and I think there's a band opening, and that's at the Whiskey A Go Go.
Very
There's an
cool.
opener.
Okay.
April 5th.
I played the
April
Whiskey. What a fun little club to play. I played the Whiskey many, many times. I used to be the house band at Gazzari's.
Very cool.
So I would walk down the street, and me and Bill Gazzari were like friends. And he would go, "Come on, follow me, kid." And I would follow Bill Gazzari down to the Whiskey Go-Go, and I'd sit down, and we'd go to the Rainbow Whiskey, and I played the Roxy quite a bit. And we were headlining at the Roxy. In fact, my friend Tommy Lee came down from Motley Crue to see me play. And I left a nice red booth in the front with Motley Crue right in the front. And me and Tom and Vince all went to school together. So, we stayed in touch.
That's hella cool.
And we put on the best goddamn show I played in, years. I just wanted to rub it in Vince's face. And I get off the stage and I sit down, and Tom, he goes, "That's the way it's done, Vince. That's the way it's done." And
I love Motley Crue.
I know, I love those guys. And Tommy's a crazy son of a bitch. But me and him spent a lot of time in high school together. But I'm not going to get into that story. But Project Mayhem AD is coming to your town very soon. Go to their website, projectmayhemad.com, right?
Yes,
Go to their website and get the schedule of everything they are doing. And they are coming here to Las Vegas. And they're going to be playing some shows out this way. So, guys, I want to thank you for coming on the show tonight. So it's really nice to meet all you guys. Anything
Pleasure
you
meeting
want,
you too, man. It was awesome.
anything you
It was
want
a
to say to
pleasure.
say to your fans out there? Say, come
Please
see us
come
play.
check us out because we're just getting started and it's all about family. The album, the demo is called In Death, One Has a Name, Project Mayhem AD. And we're all about honoring those who've crossed over and bringing that energy from the other side on the stage for your entertainment. In Death, One Has a Name,
Thank you,
Project
Larry.
Mayhem AD.
Project Mayhem AD. Come see him play. They're coming out here to Vegas. I want to thank everyone for watching the show tonight. This is the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show. Signing out.
Later.
Give birth to a new world.
Cowboy.
You can crush it in the apocalypse.